Alright, thanks for clicking on the video. This is Gilpain, just back with a quick video, and today I'm going to look at some more games that I think should be remade for modern systems, or like remastered, or like just kind of like games that I played years ago that I think if they remade them again, I'd probably buy them again, or I'd play them again. So I've just got some for the Mega Drive here again, because the Mega Drive, as I was looking at some of the games, and I tried some of them as well, I thought they'd be kind of like a bit like some of the IPs, the properties, I think they could be brought back, and because they already have like a game released, you know, like years ago, I think a few people might be fans of that, and they might get new fans as well, or it might have more buzz than just like releasing a game that nobody knows the name of. That's what I mean anyway. Let's have a look. So the first one is General Chaos. So I briefly played this when I was a kid. I don't know where, some of my friends must have had it or something, because I remember playing it, and then I remember playing it again when I figured out how to emulate games. I played it again then years later with my housemate in university, and basically you control like an army. And there's like you're like red and the other army's blue or something like that, and there's like the commandos like alone, outnumbered and loving every minute of it. Like it's kind of like done like a kind of a comedy style, and I think if they just remastered it, as in like made the graphics maybe a bit more, you know, a bit more detailed, a bit more modern, retain the sort of the gameplay aspect of it and the fun of it as well, and I don't know, everything about it just seemed like a really fun game. So General Chaos I think would be one that they could Sega, I think it's a Sega game, I might be wrong on that, I think it might be a different, I think it's Sega might have published it, but that might be a good one. It's not Sega, it's EA I think, because I think, no, I can't remember. Anyway, I'll just write it underneath here. And then the second one would be Beyond Oasis. So I think they've done this really successfully with some of the older Super Nintendo games, where they've just sort of like upgraded the graphics but kept like the gameplay much the same, like Final Fantasy and the Game Boy Zelda. I think they've done it with the Game Boy Zelda, did they? I can't remember, but one of them anyway. And I think they've done that really well, and I think Beyond Oasis would do well with that as well, because the game is actually quite good, and the gameplay is good as well. They could do a few tweaks with the gameplay, obviously adding more like stuff to collect, and like the kind of making the areas like easier to traverse a bit. But I think Beyond Oasis would be good for like just a remaster, not like a complete remake, just like a kind of a remaster, and then like a limited release or something. I think that'd be nice as well. The third one is Streets of Rage, but don't do Streets of Rage like Streets of Rage 4. Don't do like that at all. Make it into, because Sega has Streets of Rage, so why don't they just like make like a Streets of Rage but in the Yakuza style, or Like a Dragon. So as in like you pick 1 to 3 characters, or you could have the Max or Skate or some of the other characters as well that are in it, not just the 3 from the original game, but have it like a Yakuza style game. So you're like the police, and then you're kind of ex-police, and then you have to beat up people just like in Yakuza, kind of with the Yakuza 4 or Yakuza 5 kind of fighting style. I think that would be amazing, and like I think that would be way better for the fans of Streets of Rage than like another side-scrolling Streets of Rage, because like, or just make a side-scrolling Streets of Rage as good, because the one that they brought out I didn't like it at all. I thought it was too like, well, number one, I bought the game, and then most of the stuff I couldn't play it because it was a DLC that wasn't out yet, or it was, I don't know, I couldn't download it or something, I don't know, but yeah, so Streets of Rage, but in like Yakuza style. So like just like Judgment, or like a Dragon, but like they wouldn't have to do like a Dragon, like an RPG, like a turn-based RPG. Just do it like, you know, in Yakuza, where everyone's just like it's like Virtua Fighter or something. I think that'd be amazing, and it'd be good for the to kind of refresh Streets of Rage as well, not just like, because it was so bad, the remake, I think anyway. You might disagree, I think it was good, like, but I wasn't happy at all. And I do love Streets of Rage 1. The fourth one then would be Road Rash. So I think Road Rash, I've yet to find like a good racing game that's also like a kind of, I don't know, something like Fallout or something, where you can just spend like ages and ages at it. Like you can come back to it and spend like, you know, 40-50 hours at it. So one of those games, I think Road Rash would lend itself to that, because you could take control like multiple characters, get someone to write a good story. Like, don't just like have the developers write a story, like get someone that's an author to write a story and have like a good story, but like have like the basis of it like being on motorbikes and like kind of street racing on motorbikes, and then like moving to like motocross, or, you know, moving to the kind of professional motorsports after that. That sort of game. I think there's a real kind of a hole or a gap in gaming in general for like a sports-based RPG. So they've already showed it like in even in like a Dragon, how like JRPG elements can improve sort of like an established genre of a game, like a beat 'em up. I don't know, I think Road Rash would be good like that. And then another one as well in a similar vein, if EA have kind of, have held Road Rash, you could have like Super Hang-On from Sega. So Super Hang-On as well, similarly, could be like, instead of like street racing, could be like a more professional kind of like, like, what do you call it, motocross, the professional motorbike, MotoGP, have it like, where it's like track-based. You're not like in the streets, like you're not like going, in Road Rash, you're like everywhere. You're like going cross country and stuff. Not like that. Just in like tracks, and it's very sort of like, you could have like an open world sort of game where there's like different tracks depending on your kind of level as a an amateur or professional motorbike driver, enthusiast, professional motorbike driver. So something like that, something like the Formula 1 game, but like with a way better story, and like you don't even need to have like real world people. Like Super Hang-On, just call it Super Hang-On, Advanced or something, or whatever, Super Hang-On 2024, something like that, and then have like an open world, so completely remake it in the modern style. So that's a few there that I think would benefit from either just like a remaster, not like an overhaul completely. And in some games that could do it, like, because they're too simple, so they could do it like a real overhaul. So let me know if you agree or disagree with me in the comment section below, or if you've got any kind of games that you think should be like remastered or remade for modern systems, or if you want to make a video about it, that's fine as well. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Adios.